Greetings, and welcome. Greetings and welcome to Seti Saturdays. Seti Saturday on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. Greetings to you all. Greetings to you all. It's been a wonderful and very exciting week this week for Seti Inc. and our clients and all the wonderful things that we're doing. This show is being brought to you, Seti Saturdays by Seti Inc. We are the leader in digital economic literacy, digital economic finance. We have four major pillars of our work and operation, which are wealth creation and financial development. This is both for family and for businesses. There is wealth management, there is wealth security, and there is management consulting and strategic planning. We thank you so much for being with us here today. We're going to continue on talking about the programs and a number of things that we're doing here at Seti Inc. You want to reach out and contact us. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel here on YouTube. We are giving information that is not only for just this moment, but will emphatically make a difference in the lives of those who utilize the information for tomorrow. So you want to give us, check us out, check out the website, www.setiinc.com. Check us out, schedule a free consultation with us, customer service at setiinc.com. Again, our four major pillars: management, consulting, strategic planning, wealth creation, financial development, wealth management, and wealth security. Now, we've been in the last few weeks talking about some of the mechanics and the foundation of what is really decentralized finance, how decentralized finance works. We, of course, do a number of things, but we love decentralized finance because it is a reality. It is the technology that can make a literal major change in the lives of average everyday people all over the planet. And in fact, it is actually making that change for a multitude of people consistently. It is growing every single day. So much is happening in the space, but you want to have some knowledge before you enter this space. You want to know something about what's going on. You want to know how to operate. And so over these last few weeks, and please go back and watch those other videos where we break down each one of these words that you see here. I'm going to touch on them here just for the moment as we continue forward. But there are big wins and big losses in the space, but it's just not the volatility of the space alone. It is really, and oftentimes because of our ignorance or anyone's ignorance in operating a space that they don't know much about. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what's real and what's an illusion. And so what we're doing here is breaking down some of the components that you want to look for, especially as a new person. If you decide to enter into this space alone, we recommend that you hire us. We recommend that you hire us or someone knowledgeable about the space before you go out there in the wild, wild west, and are not prepared for what you might run into. But if you just listen to some of these things, you would have a greater wherewithal of operating in the space safely and ensuring that you and your assets, that you and your wealth, if you're operating in the space from the standpoint of potentially utilizing it for earnings or growth, wealth growth, then by utilizing some of the tactics and tools that we talk about here on the show, you would have a greater possibility of having success. And so we want to talk about, firstly, the blockchain itself, right? When we talk about decentralized finance, we're talking about mechanisms that are related to the technology of blockchain. The technology of blockchain, which is changing the world, in fact, changing industry, in fact, and potentially, and I say potentially because it depends on what we do. Nothing can change anything for us if we absolutely do nothing. So it depends on what we determine for ourselves, how we get involved, how much we're willing to do, how much we're willing to learn, etc. That will determine how successful we ultimately are. And so the blockchain has a number of features which give us confidence, give us belief, give us knowledge, give us an understanding, give us a wherewithal to believe that we can operate safely, that we can be protected, that we don't need intermediaries and outside forces watching over that. There's a big controversy sort of going on in the space because things happen in the space and people talk about decentralized finance as everything I just described, meaning, no government intervention, no elite intervention, no major corporation intervention. This is a space created for average everyday people where we, the people, and anyone, in fact, can have power themselves. But anytime something goes wrong, people tend to digress back into their old behaviors and old learnings and want to call in the government to protect them in a space that was never made for the government to necessarily protect you in the first place. And so, again, the biggest protection that any of us has is knowledge. So when we talk about the blockchain, these characteristics, immutability or being immutable, meaning changeability, the blockchain in its functionality does not allow haphazardly the changeability. People cannot send money on the blockchain, change their mind, and then revert that money back to themselves. People cannot pretend to send you money on the blockchain, and we can't find out by using the blockchain whether that's true or false. And so this power of immutableness, this power of even smart contracts, which are devices, and we're talking about now the smart contracts, another word here. These are devices or coded instruments utilized on blockchain to do business, to work, have facilities work a certain way. We see this heavily done in logistics, in retail now. Major corporations are using these aspects even now of the blockchain to increase productivity and efficiencies, right? And because it's not hampered or hindered once it's in operation by human flaws in this sense. And so again, even when a smart contract is deployed, it can be deployed in such a way that it is immutable. And we can check that. And we're going to talk about that and more today. The trustlessness, the trustless fact, the trustlessness of blockchain, meaning we don't have to worry about people on the other end, who's on the other end, who's doing what. We do not have to unnecessarily be concerned about such things because everything on the blockchain has a sense of transparent reality, right? We can see the movements of money on the contract. We can verify capital on the contract. We can see various aspects of activity and how it is being functional right with our very own eyes. This should give us confidence, right? The distributed ledger, which is a blockchain component, is showing us concretely the activity on the blockchain. These are all factors to give us strength, belief, confidence that this can work for us. In fact, it empowers us, right? We right now believe and trust in things because mostly we were just taught to. We were taught to believe in a banking system that has collapsed, and markets that have collapsed, that have failed. We believe in such things. We put money in such things. They fail. They have problems. They go awry, and still we believe. Why did we just believe? Mostly because we've been taught to believe. Well, the advent of blockchain and decentralized finance is a new aspect that we can grow into. But the difference here is we have the power. The people have the power in decentralized finance. And lastly here, airdrops, which I'm going to talk about, but this gives the capacity of someone to deliver to any of us money or other items directly to a wallet as a surprise. Surprise, you just got some money. So we're going to talk about that further as we go along in terms of the foundations of decentralized finance. Now, today, I want to bring in a new word, some more information, and this is about smart contract audits. Smart contract audits. So not only does the blockchain have the advent of a smart contract, the technology, the code that once it is deployed and put into place, it can be immutable, it can function. We have confidence in its effectiveness and what it will do. We can literally have the code read and specifically be confident in knowing what the implications and possibilities of the code are. Now, if we're not a developer and we don't know all of these things, how in the world can we be assured that something is going to function properly? Well, one of the answers to that is audits. A smart contract audit involves a detailed analysis of the contract's code to identify security issues and incorrect and efficient coding, and to determine ways to resolve the problems. The audit process is an important part of ensuring the security and reliability of blockchain applications, right? So here's the point. We can have the code in a smart contract actually checked. We could do it ourselves, but what's happening is developers are often, because they want to prove to people, to entities, to whomever they might be attempting to engage with, they want people to get involved with their developments, their projects. And so one of the ways that they do this, and to assure people that they can be safe, that they can be confident, is they will employ the services of a third-party entity, right? A audit company, a smart contract audit company. Now, let me just say this as a caveat, that like everything else on the planet, right? The doctor you go to, the lawyer you go to, the restaurant you go to, there are various levels of professionalism, of service, of competence, right? So there are companies that are auditing companies that are very good. There are companies that are auditing companies that are not so good. So just keep that in mind. But suffice it to say this, the independent third party, if nothing else, their reputation is on the line when they do and perform an auditing service, because people are depending on whatever results come out of that audit. But we can read the audit for ourselves and know something about the smart contract, its operation, what the pitfalls might be, security issues, what things are found out. And then we can go further in making some other determinations in dealing with a project or protocol. Smart contract audits are one of the things that give us power to ensure and to protect our assets, especially when we're doing such things as purchases or investing in the decentralized finance world. And so once again, we want to add this smart contract audit to the vocabulary, toward the foundations of learning DeFi, understanding DeFi, and knowing that you and I and anyone who gets involved can be confident in operating in the system. Now, I want to end this today with two things. The first is just to bring this word choice. We all have choice. The greatest, one of the greatest gifts after life itself that the Most High gave us was choice. And an act of selecting or making a decision when faced with two or more possibilities, the choice between good and evil, for example, right? So choice, we have choice. I'm inviting you to take a choice to learn, number one, and to take a choice of action to potentially change your life for the better, to increase your finances, to change the dynamics of your economic possibility, to learn that which we've been blessed with through blockchain, through this technology, which it can evoke a betterness for our lives. Take the choice. I invite you to the choice of success. I invite you to the choice of learning. Please reach out to us again at customer service at SetiInc.com and schedule a free appointment. Now, while all of that's going on, I want to let you know about October 24th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be doing a presentation where we're going to show many facets of this space. It is huge. There's so many things that we can do, and literally almost every single day, something new, something exciting is taking place, some advent, some ability. And we at Seti Inc. do this in a number of ways for people. We can teach you the space. We can have you, you can become a student of it. You can learn it. And that way you can harness the power of it for yourself as you like. Or also we have what we call the fund, which is our investment club, which allows you to get in and to make money while you sleep, while you're doing whatever else you want to do. Those things are being managed for you. But we're going to talk about some of the real powerful implications during this presentation on October 24th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You want to register, you can register by clicking the QR codes either in YouTube or on Instagram. You can register there. You can go to the website at www.SetiInc.com. You can register on the website, but you want to register, and the first 10 people to register are going to get an airdrop of actual money to your wallet. So you want to get in and get in now. Make sure you're one of the first 10 people to register. Make sure you are here on October 24th for this event. We're going to get into the depth again. What if, the what ifs of life? What if I had went down the right road instead of the left? What if I had got up earlier in the morning instead of later? What if I had done this versus that? Well, I want to share some great possibilities that we can be involved with right now in terms of technology and development. For those who don't know, even in the stock market, guess what kind of stock is making most of the money? Technology stocks. So put yourself, put myself, put your family in the position to be invested or to potentially own even apparatus and inventions that are coming up and happening right now that in the next 2, 3, 5, 10 years may be the next big thing. Just like 20, 25 years ago, we looked at Amazon or this or that or whatever, and it wasn't what we see today. It was some new technology 20, 25 years ago. You and I can be those who have the benefit and blessing of being in the position today. Let's not have another what if moment or I wish I had done moment. Be with us. Join us October 24th of this month, 8:30 p.m. Be sure to be there with us. Be sure to be there with us on that day. We thank you so much. As always, your future is in your hands. We are here to help each and every person to learn to magnify the possibilities of growth, to magnify the possibilities of prosperity. We thank you so much for joining us here today, Seti Saturday, October the 7th. Please, again, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you get this information out. We are seeking to empower the people through this advent of this most powerful technology. We thank you so much. Get in touch with us. Again, www.TieSetiInc.com, customer service at TieSetiInc.com. Have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday.